Hi guys, this is the first in my series of tutorial videos for you. In this one I'm going to show you how to install Python and how to install Pycharm, which is the IDE that I'm recommending. You don't have to use Pycharm, but it does a lot of nice stuff for you and you should definitely take a look at it. Alright, so I posted the links to Python and to Pycharm both on Blackboard, so you should be able to find those, and I'm just going to go straight here. We're going to download Python 3.8.1, which is pretty much the newest version, and then we're just going to click that to install. We're going to click install now because we don't really care. Well, first we're going to click add Python 3.8 to the path, which is a useful thing sometimes if you want to run Python from the command line, which sometimes people do. You definitely want to check that box. If you don't, it won't be able to find executable. So now that we've got that, we're just going to click install now. And it went black for a second while it asked me to click the box. So this is a 32-bit version of Python, which is fine for what we're going to be doing. There's a 64-bit version too. If you'd prefer to have that one, you can choose the 64-bit version, but I'm just going to go with the 32-bit for this demo. They install exactly the same, and there really won't be any difference for you. Alright, so that's done. We've now got Python installed. We're now going to go and get Pycharm. So you want to go to the JetBrains website, which again I posted a link to this on Blackboard. So you just go here, you go down to IDEs, you click on Pycharm, you can click download, and then we want to get the community edition. There's a free trial for the professional edition, and in fact if you have an academic account you can sign up for the pro edition for free, but I'm just not going to assume that you're going to do that. I'm just going to go ahead and grab the community edition. And again, for what we're going to do, it's going to be fine. The Pro edition has a lot of tools for interacting with databases and things like that, which we're not going to be doing. So let's just go with the community edition for now. Alright. Alright, and again this installs pretty much, there's a black there because it does the, ask you permission to install. We just take all the defaults. I'm going to make a default launcher here. I'm going to associate it with the Python .py. .py are the Python executable files, not really executable files, but scripts. I'm going to go ahead and associate that so that I can open it with this. You can put open folder as a project too. Sometimes that helps. And you can also click add launchers dear to the path, which again you don't have to do, but you can if you like. So you're going to click install. And we're going to wait a second while this installs. Alright, I'm just going to click I'm going to manually reboot later because it just needs to adjust the path, and to do that it needs to reboot. But it's not really going to affect anything for us. Alright, so now that we've got it installed, we see I've got the Pycharm icon here, which I checked the box for that. I want to double click it, and it's going to pop up. I'm just going to click do not import settings because probably you don't have Pycharm installed already, so you're not going to have to worry about this. I did have it previously installed on this machine, and I deleted it so I could do the demo for you. But you're probably just going to click do not import settings, and that will be fine. You get to pick the IDE theme. I like the dark theme better. Again, it's just up to you. You can install whichever one you like. It really doesn't make any difference. It's just a personal preference. So featured plugins. Probably you don't need any of these unless you're like a VI guy, which I am, but I don't actually use it in this IDE. You can probably just leave everything uninstalled and just click start using Pycharm. So now we see that Pycharm is running. We've got the little welcome. We don't have any projects yet, so we're just going to click create a new project, and we're going to give it a name, and I'm just going to call it demo 1. Alright, and then the interpreter and everything, if you click on this thing, it's already set. You can leave all this stuff default. Don't change anything. It should already be populated, so you shouldn't have any issues with this. sorry, I already had a demo 1. Let's call that one demo 2. So if you get that error, it's because actually you have another folder already there for the thing that you're going to name your project. I already had a demo 1 because I had done some testing earlier, and so I'm just going to call it demo 2. If you see that issue, then that's what the problem is. Just change the name of the project. I'm going to click create. You have to wait a second for it to make this virtual environment. And then we'll click close. And we're ready to go. So now we have a project and the project is empty. So if you want to add a file to it, you can just right click and then click new. You want to click Python file, not file, new Python file. You type the name of the file. Again, I'm going to call it demo 2. And it's a Python file, and so now everything's here and running. I'm just going to check and make sure my install is working correctly. So I'm just going to have it print something. And all it's going to do is print run. So I'm going to click run, and then you're going to click this demo 2 because that's what you're going to be running. And you see it printed 1, which means everything is installed and everything is good to go. So now you have Python installed, you have Pycharm installed, and you've seen how to create your first project.